Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. The title for today's video is How to Grow Your Business in a Recession. Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts after the break. Hi. We may be on the verge of recession if you read the press reports and you've been watching what commentators, vloggers and bloggers have said online. So there could be a recession in the UK, there could be a recession or downturn in Germany, for example, and possibly other countries in Europe, and also the US for 2020. So we could be on the verge of recession. It's not a great time for business owners in that respect because it makes them very apprehensive. How are you going to retain customers? How are you going to gain new customers in a recession? None of these questions are answered easily. What I'm going to do in this video is look at a few ideas to grow your business in a recession. So if you've not subscribed already, click on. Okay, let's get into it. So if your business is a service-based business, and that's the area I know, so that's the area I'm going to talk about. If your business is a service-based business, your traditional model is to have clients or customers on a retainer basis. They pay you for monthly delivery of services. In the case of my business, it was content marketing. But you may be a law firm, maybe an accountancy firm, so you're paying your clients are paying your retainer, and that's your business model. So many retainers, so many clients. You have a number of staff to look after all of their services needs from a sort of client handling or account handling point of view, and in that way you deliver services to all of your clients. When a recession comes or an economic downturn, companies look at all of their expenditure. They look at what they may categorize as discretionary expenditure. And if you fall into that bracket, you're going to be cut back on. So perhaps expenditure from the companies is cut down, and that means your retainers are reduced. So you have less customers, less clients, and your business then is not growing in the way that you want it to. One of the ways that you can increase your level of business is by looking to create or productize. I know it's an American sounding word, but it's a productize, to create products out of your services. It's a process that Marketing Fundamentals has been on, and we've created courses so that some potential customers can study for themselves in the areas that they're lacking, and instead of contracting us on a sort of retainer basis, they can learn for themselves how to develop skills that they'll need to execute certain activities. I don't want to sound vague, so let me go to a YouTube page, click. So there's a Twitter course that I've created, Meet Edgar Social Media Management course, a business course, and of course a blogging course. So those clients that can't afford to pay the retainer, or they've had to cut back on retainers because of the downturn, then they can start to study courses. But that's good for them, but it's also good for you because it becomes an additional revenue stream. We cannot expect traditional approach to services, which is obviously face-to-face and in-person meetings with clients, and then obviously supply of services. That is good in the local aspect, but we can't expect that model to be continued ad infinitum. In the future, there will be more delivery of services online. There will be some client contact, but that's a way to grow your business by delivering productized versions of your services. So introducing courses is one way to increase your level of business and grow your business in a recession. Those courses can also be supplemented by other informational products, and by that I mean books, e-books. So here's an example of an audio book that I have, How to Turbocharge Your Business with a Blog. This is the audio book. So potential clients and customers can buy you can see there's actually a special offer on with Audible, but they can buy the audio book or the Kindle or the paperback and have access to your expertise that way. And that's another way of increasing the reach of your business and increasing the footprint, if you like, because people from all around the world can access your information products in a way that they can't come and visit your offices or meet with you and your colleagues in your offices. So that's another way of increasing the level of business during a recession. Perhaps a more strategic way is to evaluate the clients that you are working with. So you may have a lot of clients in the construction sector, for example. You may realize, and this is true, that the construction industry, along with marketing and advertising, one of those industries that is hit first in an economic downturn. Large-scale projects, maybe £1 million, 10 million, 50 million, 100 million pounds, those sort of projects are put on hold during an economic downturn, particularly if they're for residential developments, because they perhaps won't sell in a downturn, so there's no point completing those until the economy is in a better state. So if your focus as a company is on the construction sector, you may find all of your clients are impacted by that. So you need to evaluate other potential sectors to become operational in. I'll give you an example from my experience. Obviously, we're a content marketing agency, a lot of activities around marketing, but I also created, in June 2018, I created a new blog in the personal finance space, and it's called learnmoney.io. There's a link in the description under this video, but it's learnmoney.io if you want to type it in now. And that is a blog that gives personal finance advice. So there's ways to make additional money, side income money, and there are also ways to save money. So it's very much focused on personal finance, and that affects everybody. So marketing for businesses is more niche than personal finance. Personal finance is a universal theme. Everybody could read something related to personal finance, and it could be of benefit to them. Less people are interested in content marketing for B2B businesses. That's much more specialized. So personal finance is a niche that I evaluated and thought this is a good area to be in. So I've written obviously blog posts there. We've got some partners involved already, and this is another area that could be potentially lucrative for myself and going forward for the business, because I've just chosen to focus on a different area rather than just on marketing for B2B businesses. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to be strategic and say, well, I've got my transferable skills. Where else can they be of benefit? If my normal sector is now looking more apprehensive and decision makers are less likely to go forward with retainers and so on, let me look at another area where I can make some headway, make some progress, and obviously make some profit. And an area that I highlighted was personal finance. So that's one way of being strategic, changing the sector of focus. Not to say that we're not still doing, obviously, the marketing work for B2B businesses we are, but we're also doing work within the personal finance space, which is a huge space, and there's lots of potential there. So those are some ways that you can increase the level of business even in a recession. Just to summarize, there was the introducing productized versions of your expertise, so courses, online courses. They could be on Udemy, or they could be on lynda.com, or they could be part of LinkedIn Learning, is now the latest iteration of Lynda, actually. So it could be courses, it could be books, an audio books, as I mentioned. Also, you can look at a new sector. These are ways that once you implement them in your business, you'll be able to grow even in a recession, should the recession come, should the economic downturn come. So I hope this has been useful to you. If you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Click on my face to subscribe, and click on one of the 2 screenshots to watch another video. I look forward to speaking to you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.
It's my belief that a lot of people are more concerned with traffic rather than conversion, and I think the focus is wrong. The focus should be on conversion rates rather than traffic. Traffic, or web traffic, is the amount of visitors that come to your website on a weekly, monthly basis. It's important to increase your traffic to get a greater exposure and then potentially bring in more leads, inquiries and clients. That's very important. But what's even more important is ensuring that you have a good conversion rate. In the services sector, a conversion rate of 2.5% is considered good. So if you have 1,000 visitors coming to your website, 25 of those will convert. And what I mean by converting is either filling out a form and becoming a part of your mailing list, so signing up to your mailing list, or requesting a one-on-one consultation, or buying your products and services. Those are actions, desired actions, that you could describe as conversions. Most of your web visitors will leave your website without taking any of those steps. So the majority of your web visitors are going without making any direct approach or contact with you. What you want to do is focus on improving your conversion rate, because that can have a massive impact on improving your top line revenues and then also the profitability of the company.